Hello everyone, my name is Shari. Welcome to Lacewing Lane. I just want to take a note real quick for a little mini life update, and I tried a new thing with my hair and it's weird, so sorry if I keep messing with it. Anyway, life update real quick. This year's been hard. First of all, we had lots of renovations going on at the beginning of the year, and then everything had to come to a screeching halt because the trees were dying. And we took a good 6 weeks working on the trees, and I'm talking working on trying to save the trees, building trenches around them, and putting humus and fertilizer and feeder and spraying for the southern pine beetles and stuff. And then once we did all that, we had to water them every day, twice a day, for 10 days. And that took a lot of time out of our renovation and stuff. And then after that, we just had a really hot, hard summer. I was trying to grow a garden. That just did not work. All I got done were my sunflowers, which took daily watering to keep them alive, because it is just a really hot summer. And then I went ahead and I planted watermelon and pumpkins, and they're still blooming. It is October the 5th, I think. I think it's October the 5th. It's Tuesday. Not October, November the 5th. And this video is about the doggy crate, which I'll get to after my life update. So we were doing a lot of that stuff. We were still getting things done inside. And then my dad took a turn and had to have rehab. And he's had rehab before for his walking and stuff, and did fine. But this time it didn't. He wasn't fine. Whew. So anyway, I spent a lot of time with my dad for about 3 months, just getting him settled, and different places. He went from the rehab to CCU, to the regular hospital, to rehab, to CCU, regular hospital, rehab, so on and so forth. And they kept telling us he wasn't going to make it. And that was 3 months ago. They were like, he's not going to make it through the night. And he did. The last 6 weeks actually is whenever they started telling us he wasn't going to make it. And they told us that over and over and over. And he did. Until the end. And he didn't. I am really grateful for those last 6 weeks that he got off of the ventilator and he survived. And everybody got to visit him and love on him, and he got to come to terms with it being his last days. And he was still positive. He was still happy. I mean, he was a little sad. He was still fighting it, and he still had every intention in going home to his kitty cats. And so he passed away last week, about a week and a half ago, on October the 24th. So during all of that time of helping him to try to recover and get better, which he did, and his last day was beautiful. He had a wonderful last day, which I'm not going to talk about right now. During all that time, life as I know it everywhere else stopped. I did I had to work a little bit, but I did take a few breaks during that time, and my brother got some free lumber, and I told my dad, I've got to go get this lumber. I mean, it's free, it's beautiful, we have so many projects. And he's like, heck yeah, go do it, take some pictures. And he also let me take recordings of him, because when I asked him if I could do recordings of him, he was like, yeah, and you can put them on YouTube. He was so excited. He loved watching them. But I did the lumber thing, and I did that for 3 or 4 days. My whole family, a bunch of us, got lots of free lumber. And then I I took 2 days out and cut up some of the smaller ones because I wanted to make some skinny benches to try to sell, just for a little extra money. And if they don't sell, then some people are going to have some nice Christmas presents. So that, and then I had to support the canopy I have at my place here on the backyard, the wind sail, shade sail thing. Every year we have to kind of support it and tighten it up, and it needs some major repairs, so I did that. And then this past week, and I don't know when, my days are running together. If you'll notice on a lot of my videos, it's going to have the date of when it was recorded, because I am backdating a bunch of this stuff that I haven't posted. And that's what a lot of the videos that I posted 3 weeks ago or something, I was like, I just got to get these off my phone. And I have a beautiful, wonderful camera, but I haven't figured out exactly how to use it yet. So a lot of those that I just bombarded, just getting them out, getting them on uploaded so that you guys could have them, and so that I could have more space on my phone. So I'm backdating. A lot of this stuff has already been done. Like, I already got all the wood, and that video is not out. Well, that video is out, but the one of me and Kevin cutting it is not out, and the canopy being supported is not out yet. And then I did I cut 2 skinny boards. I figured out my design, my skinny benches, skinny benches. I made a design and I got everything ready to make 2 of them. And once I have a plan, then I can like mass produce things pretty quick. After that, it's just the figuring out part that is difficult, takes some time. This has already been going on 7 minutes. My videos are getting long. Sorry about that. Anyhow, I did decide to go ahead and make the doggy bed condo. And one for the top and one for the bottom. And I don't want to go over it because in this video you're fixing to watch, it tells exactly why, just because they have sore elbows and stuff like that. But that's my life update. And it's only been a handful of days since his funeral. And so I might be a little emotional. Might be. Might be a little bit emotional, and I've definitely gained weight. So yeah, I'm gonna just allow myself some grace and time to grieve. Okay, I'm gonna allow myself some time to just relax and rest, and to grieve. And in the meantime, I am going to try to work on some projects that I want to get done before the winter. I know that we want to move out there and get this place ready to sell, even though I love it a lot. But we want to move out there. To do that, we have to finish the kitchen counters in the cabinets. I need to sand them and seal them. And then Tony needs to cut a hole out and put the sink in. And then we have a few little things and then the kitchen will be ready. I mean, it still needs shelves and stuff, but that kind of stuff can be done after we move in. To move into the living room, we have a few baseboards that need to be put in. No big deal. It's taking no time to do that. The office just needs to be cleaned out. Right now I have all of my camping stuff in there, and it's all divided up and ready to be put into storage totes and labeled. And we're going to put those out in the garden shed. And actually not the garden shed, storage shed. It's little next to it. And then the office will be ready for Aubrey's bedroom, is what I call it, the girls' bedroom. It's for my nieces, Aubrey and Winnie. I would like to cut out the closet and make it bigger, but that's not absolutely necessary. Just make it more room, because that closet's not going to be used. I could put her desk in there. It's just it would be cramped. It's a very small space. So it can be arranged now, but there are things I'd like to do to it later. And the bathroom, the only thing it needs is doors for the built-in shelves that we did. And the bedroom, we need the closet to be built out. Really, it just needs those crappy shelves taken out that are in there. There's a hole in the wall that needs to be patched, and then we need to have racks for our clothes to go up, which I already have everything for that, and a little touch of painting. So this sounds long. The final thing that needs to be done is we need floors in the laundry room, and preferably, sorry, preferably walls would be nice, insulation and walls. But if we just have a floor, we can get the things out of the bedroom. What is currently in the bedroom that needs to go in the laundry room is the water softener, the washer, the dryer, and the freezer. Once all that's out of the bedroom, the bedroom's ready. It's ready to go. All I need to do is hang the curtains appropriately. Right now they're just hung up on the old stuff that was up there. Yeah, that sounds like a long list, but for us, if we had a 4-day weekend, we could do it. So, I don't know. Thanksgiving's coming up, but I generally go out of town for Thanksgiving. So, I don't know. And Tony is busy. It is his busy time at work. So, even though we want to move badly, it might take some time. But in the meantime, I'm just going to do what I can, sort out the camping stuff and things like that. The yard looks amazing. I'm just letting the pumpkins and the melon patch go wild. I think I harvested the last of my little pumpkins. We got 3 grocery sacks full of those little, I don't know if they're buffalo gourds or watermelons. I don't know what they are. I'm hoping in about 4 to 6 months they'll be yellow and they'll be gourds, so I can do stuff with them. But I got those. I got 2 more pumpkins, and I have a handful of other pumpkins and watermelons still growing. We are supposed to have a freeze, our first freeze here in West Texas in, I think, November 18th or something. And that would just put everything else to a stop. I would love to chop down the weeds in the garden bed, and the horse stalls that we're using that I was supposed to be a garden and maybe an outdoor kitchen or something is what we were going to use the space for. But Tony has forbidden me to touch the weeds. He wants to let them dry out, and then he has this big fancy torch he's going to get. It's like $40 that we're going to use for wood burning furniture and stuff. And he just wants to torch them. He's afraid if I pull them or mow them, it'll just spread the seeds. So I don't know, but that's the plan, and I'm gonna let him do his thing. He'll probably do that this weekend. It is definitely getting colder out. I'm wearing a sweater, which I am so happy it is colder. But I feel like winter's gonna be on us pretty soon. Whether we move or not, and this video is 13 minutes now, this is probably gonna have to be a separate video. Maybe it'll just be a life update video. Before winter comes, we have to redo the well house. We have enough lumber now that, again, if we had time, we could rebuild the well house completely with that lumber that we got. But we don't have time. So last winter, we put on a new roof, and we sealed up all of the gaps with foam spray, and all the holes that were in all that tin. It's just tin walls, tin roof, and concrete floor. And then we built a new door just out of plywood, but it had a pretty good gap that wind could rush on through, and underneath wind could get under. But we wrapped everything, or he did. He wrapped the well, he wrapped the pipes, he wrapped the pump, and we had a heater in there. We had a heat lamp specifically for that in there, and it still froze and cracked the pump. And he had to, I don't know what it was. It's a blue thing. Anyway, he had to redo it and order another one and fix it. So we need to repair that so that doesn't happen again. So I'm not sure what all we're gonna get done before winter, but the well house is gonna have to be worked on. What else? I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, my brain's mush. So I guess all I can say is if you're enjoying the videos, I'm glad. Some of the doggy video is pretty shaky. I want to tell you that right now. It's pretty in and out and wobbly, and I'm sorry about that. It took me a while to figure out how to use my son's tripod since my other tripod's out there, and it may not be as chipper as General I am, and I'm looking pretty old. Sorry about that. And I'm fighting with my short hair. My hair broke off a while back and I had to cut it off, and I keep flat ironing it and running it more. So now I'm trying not to do that, and I'm trying a different way to make it not just be slick flat on my head. And yeah, I'm figuring that out and taking stuff to make it grow. Yeah, anyway, getting older is hard, and dealing with loss of a loved one is hard, but I take pleasure in the little things, and I'm going to do things I enjoy, which is renovating stuff, building stuff, getting ready to move. And the passion of my life, my writing my book, it's perpetually on hold. And it's the most important thing. And I think because it's so important is why I keep putting it off. I feel like everything needs to be perfect so that I can focus on it and give it my all. I know sometimes you do your best writing in moments of stress, so maybe I should go write. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. That's all. This is 16 minutes. I'll just throw this up there today. One other little thing I'd like to say is that as far as YouTube goes, I am doing this as a life vlog. I'm not doing it as a renovation channel or a gardening channel or a writing channel. This is just a daily, weekly, whatever. It's a life vlog. And so it's going to be all over the place because my life is all over the place. And that being said, as far as viewership and trying to grow and stuff, I would like for people to get some enjoyment out of this. I would like later on, whenever I do have my book, to have a little bit of a following so that I can share that with them. But what I was going to say is whenever I do renovation videos, they get really high views. If I do doggy photos, they get really high views. And there for a while, every single thing I put up was getting high views. And then I put up something on Facebook, which not on Lacewing Lane channel, just on my regular channel. I put up something political, and all of my viewership crashed. And I don't know if that's YouTube or the algorithm or what, or if people just don't like me anymore. But I noticed that it was kind of immediate. That being said, if one person finds this valuable, that's good enough for me, you know. And I don't know, I'm just so grateful that God has given me outlets to express what he has given me and the gifts he has endowed with me, and the struggles and the triumphs to share with a platform to share with other people. And like I said, if one people get some enjoyment out of it, great. If not, then I have a diary to go back and look at where I was then and where I am now, and I'm gonna shush. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this a separate video, and my next video will be out Wednesday night, which is tomorrow night, which is the doggy condo, and I hope you like it. Bye.